from, but Harpeth, 1st and 10 at the 48. 17 seconds, and they're going to knee it, and we're headed to overtime here at Bratton Field in Hickman County, Tennessee. We've got some fireworks on the way. And ladies and gentlemen, again, while we're working on YouTube, if you are watching on the Access Tennessee app on Roku, tell your friends and family who are trying to keep up with it to tune in on the app, Access Tennessee on Roku, because we are still very much so on the air. And we've got a huge, huge finish boiling here at Kenneth Moe Wright Stadium. Can't ask for much more on the opening night. But before we start overtime, one last word from our sponsors.
You asked for it, so we delivered. It's the Throwback Value Menu from Pizza Hut. Your favorite starting at $3, featuring a personal pan just like you remember, and the iconic stuffed crust for only $10 and more. Check out everything on the Throwback Value Menu, only at Pizza Hut.
And welcome back to WNKX. I'm Josh Copley alongside Aiden Weber. And Aiden, did you think we'd be getting some free football on the first game of the season?
I did not, Josh. I did not.
And Aiden, I got to give credit to this Hickman County crowd. It's 9:36, but this crowd has not wavered. And the cheerleaders are trying to rally the crowd, and they need them.
Okay, we're back. We're back on.
And apparently we just got word we're back on YouTube, so thanks everybody for bearing with us. We are going to keep this game going till the very end. And this is awesome. We've got athletic director DJ Key, the cheerleaders screaming at this crowd. They're trying to become the 12th man. Matthew Dotson doing his best to rally the crowd as well. So the officials talking things over at midfield. Again, we are tied 18 apiece. And if you're just now joining us for the broadcast, you've chose a great time. Hickman County looking to send the fans home happy. And Aiden, as we always have said about these rivalry games, you know it never ends simply or easily. There's always going to be some type of dramatics that go down at the end, whether it's basketball, baseball, and right now including football.
Yeah, this game is definitely dramatic and just a way to start the season.
I might need my blood pressure medication before the night is through, Aiden. And it looks like Michaela was going to take the field. So, Aiden, from what we understand about the high school overtime rules, each team will get 4 downs from the 10-yard line. It's similar to the college football overtime rules, if any of our viewers are familiar with that. Braden McCaleb, the captain representing the Bulldogs at midfield.
I'll show you what get everybody fired up.
All my knees hurt. I got the SAT in the morning.
Oh, wait. I know we get everybody fired up.
And Aiden, the one thing I don't like is all this waiting. I'm ready to just see this overtime play out.
I'm right there with you, Josh.
It's hard to say who the overtime benefits. I mean, Hickman County was trailing. They forced overtime. You got to think the momentum's on their side, and being inside the 10, that certainly caters to their hard-nosed, smash-mouth style of football. But we also know that Harpeth, led by a very talented freshman quarterback, they have a very diverse attack, either going through the air, looking for tight ends in the end zone, but they can keep it on the ground as Neely has had an explosive second half.
It is playing.
And Hickman County defers on the toss, and Harpeth will start first. So the Bulldog offense just waiting to see what they'll need. Can the defense make a stop? Wilson in the gun. Snap. Tosses left. Hickman County. Neely darting through. Wrapped up and taken down. Gets a few yards on the carry. Looks like a 2-yard carry down to the 8-yard line. Second down, goal to go. And the clock has been turned off. Harpeth talking things over in the huddle as Hickman County's crowd livelier and livelier with every passing second. Wilson in the gun once more. Neely to his right. 3 receivers to the right of the field. 1 to the left. Snap. It's a design keeper up the middle, and Hickman County stuffs him. He is going nowhere. Third down coming up for the Indians.
Chevy Brown and Jackson Warren.
That was Jackson Warren and Chevy Brown on the tackle.
Timeout on the field.
And another injury timeout. It's a Harpeth Indian down on the field. So the Harpeth player that was on the ground, he's back on his feet, able to walk off into the huddle. Looks like it wasn't too serious, thank goodness. And now both teams back on the field. Third down and goal to go from the 7-yard line. Hickman County needs 2 more stops.
6 yards to go. Make some noise.
Again, they're in the gun. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Neely in the backfield. Snap. Looks to throw. Rolls right.
That's a hole.
Pressure coming. Over the middle. It's complete. Touchdown. Blatant holding in the backfield. No call.
That was definitely
Harpeth takes the lead.
holding.
So Harpeth takes the lead. For the time being, it's 24-18.
Still going. My gosh.
Urbina on for the PAT. Snap is through. Whistle blows. And it's a delay of game on the Indians. So that'll back them up.
They're wide open from every route.
Now Harpeth, a bit of confusion. They're trying to figure out what play they want to run. The kicker stays on the field.
My goodness.
And they're going to take a timeout.
Timeout call.
So each team gets 1 timeout for the overtime period, and Harpeth has burned their one and only to try to set up the PAT. And the last time, Aiden, we saw Harpeth backed up on a PAT, they tried the fake with Urbina trying to throw it to the back of the end zone, but it looks like this time they're just going to straight up keep their offense on the field. They're not going to hide it. No fakes, no tricks. Wilson in the gun. Neely to his right. 2 receivers to the right, to the left. Snap, low snap. Rolls right, looking for somebody. Now turns around left. Still going back, and he is snowed under at the 30-yard line.
There is a flag on the field.
And a flag is called. Holding is called against the offense. That penalty is declined. So now Hickman County needs at least a touchdown. They have 4 plays to find the end zone. That's the benefit of deferring and letting the other team go first. You know exactly what you need. A touchdown and a PAT wins the game, but the touchdown has to come first. 24-18. Harpeth currently in the lead. And Aiden, this is where you'd love to have so many threats on offense, whether it's Kraft, Hutchison, McCaleb, Armstrong, Spiegelmeyer.
We have 7 more weeks.
So Hickman County on the same end of the field. Starting at the 10-yard line, Spiegelmeyer wide right. Directly to Hutchison. They're going to let him keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get a lot. Gets a couple. 2 or 3 on the carry by Hutchison. Second down and goal from the 7. Now, Aiden, with all the success we've seen from Aiden Spiegelmeyer, do you dare try a goal line fade, back corner of the end zone, let Spiegelmeyer go up and be an athlete? Decisions. Spiegelmeyer's lined up one-on-one on the right side of your field. And a hard count got him to jump. Perfectly executed by the Bulldogs. And that'll move him up 5 yards. So penalties have really hurt the Bulldogs tonight. But one piece of yellow laundry does them a huge favor there. So that's half the distance to the goal. Ball is spotted just inside the 5 around the 4-yard line. Second down and goal. McCaleb again in the gun. Spiegelmeyer goes out far left. Harpeth stack in the box. They go to Hutchison again. Looking for space. Bounces around the edge. A lot of east to west. Turns the corner. Touchdown Hutchison. His 4th. Speed kills number 6 with his 4th tud of the game.
Fireworks. Touchdown. Boom.
And it seemed like everybody at Mo Wright Stadium was holding their breaths. It looked like Hutchison was about to be stopped for a loss. But a good player does what good players do. And now Hickman County is one conversion away from a win, and the offense is staying on the field. Here we go. The game rides on this. Spiegelmeyer wide right. McCaleb in the gun. Hutchison to the left. Snap. Hutchison up the middle. Still on his feet. Pushing. He's in. The 2-point conversion is good. Taylor Hutchison has won the football game. Hickman County is 1-0. Dogs versus everybody. Taylor Hutchison with 26 points. What a game and what a finish. Hutchison with the exclamation point. And Aiden, we've got to give credit on that Hutchison carry for the 2-point conversion. How about that offensive line? They never get any of the credit they deserve. They were pushing and shoving and fighting the whole way through, opening the lane. And Hutchison walks on through for the W.
Definitely, Josh. This is such an exciting moment. A great way to start off the season.
Now, Aiden, I'm going to have to take a few deep breaths and collect myself because that was energetic, but it also can spin you very quickly. What a night.
You were right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on WNKX as my voice begins to fade, but for all the right reasons. Your final from Bratton Field at Kenneth Moe Wright Stadium, your Hickman County Bulldogs 26, the visiting Harpeth Indians 24. And Taylor Hutchison answers the call behind a ferocious O-line, a couple of fantastic throws and catches by McCaleb to Spiegelmeyer, I should say. Hutchison also got an interception on the night. So many good things to take from this game. But Aiden, what you can't do is become blinded by the win. There are still a lot of things this Bulldog team needs to fix.
Definitely, Josh, and that's what they're going to work on this week, leading into next week. And we're excited to watch them play next week and see the improvements that they can make.
So, Aiden, I want to give a very special thank you to you for joining me here on commentary, also for working the camera, working double duty. You did a fantastic job. Another thank you to the IT department, Craig Shelton, Brad Gilbert, Aiden Weber, for getting this camera set up that we could use on the press box. Makes home games just a little bit more special. So for Aiden Weber, I've been Josh Copley, saying so long from WNKX, and we will see you next week. And before we go, one final word from our sponsors. Take care and have a great weekend.
You asked for it, so we delivered. It's the Throwback Value Menu from Pizza Hut. Your favorite starting at $3, featuring a personal pan just like you remember, and the iconic stuffed crust for only $10 and more. Check out everything on the Throwback Value Menu, only at Pizza Hut.